Members, the outcome of the division is as follows. There were no abstentions, 182 voted against, and 194 voted in favor.
And the Democratic Alliance is taking the whole thing to court, and the Minister of Finance painting a rather different picture of this VAT increase. And I'm looking at this when he's speaking, I'm like, were we misled? Because it sounds like it's going to benefit the poor. Maybe I'm hearing this very wrongly. Please educate me in the comment section. Is he lying to us or is he telling the truth? Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who's also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our beautiful country. Let me leave you watching the video clips of Helen Zille and that of our Minister of Finance, Godongwana, rather saying things that, you know what, this thing was politicized. But I'm going to come back with my commentary after these video clips you are about to see.
So you will be filing papers this morning to challenge the procedure that was followed by the Standing Committee on Finance.
Yes, I'm just about to go and commission those papers, and we will be handing them over to the court this morning. We'll launch today.
You launched today. What exactly is it that you would be looking at and attacking in terms of the procedure?
Well, the procedure in the committee was wrong. They didn't vote on a key clause, and they sought to do things that they were not empowered to do, and they were warned of this repeatedly. There is no such thing, of course, as amending the resolution there, or getting a kind. You can amend the resolution. Absolutely, you can amend the framework, but you can't pass a framework conditionally, and that is what Action South Africa sought to do.
Well, on that, yesterday the finance minister actually accused the Democratic Alliance of lying and says that they had taken in some of the proposals that have come from the Democratic Alliance, including that personal income tax must not be adjusted. The brackets.
Well, very interestingly enough, the ANC first looked very clear to make some compromises, which we were pleased about. But it did not take long before they recanted and retracted all of those and insisted that they still call all the shots. And we are very concerned about that. We're particularly concerned about VAT because, of course, it hits the poorest people the hardest.
Because of the meetings that had been taking place between the DA as well as the ANC. Yesterday, we heard a leaked audio of the president addressing the ANC's caucus in Parliament, telling them that essentially what has happened is that the Democratic Alliance now find themselves in a cul-de-sac, and you would have to decide whether you remain a member of the Government of National Unity. The FedEx had a meeting yesterday. What's your decision on this? What's the way forward with your participation in the GNU?
The FedEx did not have a meeting yesterday. We're having a meeting today at 1 o'clock, and that is when all of those things will be determined.
Yeah. What exactly is it that we will be having on the agenda with regards to that? Is one of those that maybe the Democratic Alliance should pull out of the GNU?
Well, obviously, we're going to assess the current situation and decide on a way forward.
Yeah. Tell us about the meeting then that happened between the Democratic Alliance as well as the ANC. Why couldn't you find each other?
It was very interesting. We almost found each other, but in the end, the simple answer to your question is that the ANC does not want to share power. It wants to dictate the terms as if it won the election, and it wants its coalition partners to prop it up. It is not in the least bit interested in sharing power.
All right, our top story this hour, of course, is that Parliament has adopted the 2025 budget, with the ANC securing enough votes despite opposition from the DA. The fiscal plan includes a 0.5 percentage point VAT increase, which has drawn much criticism, and Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana is defending that move.
As far as I understand, the GNU remains intact other than the DA. The DA has become a disruptive factor within the GNU. The DA, if it deems it fit, it can leave. But I must be honest, it is not practical to work with an organization that does not accept this budget. How are they going to implement it? Most people have been playing a political card around the VAT increase. In particular, they've been saying what impact it will have on the poor. If you listen to my speech today, I said our own data shows that 76% of the VAT is paid by the three highest income categories. If you translate that into rands and cents, of the 13.5 billion rand we're likely to correct on VAT, 10.26 will be paid by the three highest low-income group categories. What that means, the remainder is 3.24, spread across all income categories. If you were to take that 3.24 and compare with the measures we're taking to protect the poor, our support for the poor is far exceeds that 3.24. It includes zero rating. It includes the increase on the basket by 6%, by the way, of the basket of the indigent. It also include the no free schools. It include the increase in ECD, which currently there's 17 rand per child. We're moving it to 24 rand per child. It includes a whole range of basket of things which are impacting on poor people, including the health services that we're improving are the health services of poor people, including the education we're funding is education that affects poor people. So people are playing a football about poor people.
I don't know whether it's me or maybe it's because it's in the morning. Maybe Helen Zille just jumped out of bed and is not feeling good like that. She looks a bit defeated, I must say. She feels like down, a bit down. Anyway, guys, she is taking the whole thing, or the Democratic Alliance rather, is taking to court to challenge this the adoption of this budget. So I don't know, man. Whatever your views are, kindly share them in the comment section. You know, there are certain things that Minister Godongwana said today. I sort of heard him differently, but I might be hearing things. So because we don't know what to think anymore. Guys, you know, but I do agree with the fact that this budget became too politicized, which explains why the ones that voted for the budget were celebrating this much. Like there isn't any people that are going to be burdened by this increase. So he is saying, the minister is saying that they want to improve the health sector, they want to improve. Hey man, it's because us, the poor people, because most of us belong to that bracket of the poor. I am there, child. I'm there. So when they say the poor, my name is in there. Do you get? My name is in there. So they're saying we're going to benefit here and there. So if that is true, whatever the minister is saying is true, it makes me to be on the supporting side of the budget, right? But there's a chance that we are being played. And that leaves me confused. And I don't want to... guys, please, in the comment section. Please teach me in the comment section. Say something that will make me understand better the video clips that are just shared with you, especially that of the Minister Godongwana. Hey, guys, So guys, if you watched up to here, because guys for watching my videos. This is South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news, and it's trending enough to be brought here is the GNU crumbling.